Before anyone could understand what was happening, someone finally asked the question everyone had been avoiding. What if the person we've been waiting for isn't here to save anyone? What if their arrival changes everything? Because sometimes the most dangerous moment isn't when someone disappears. It's when they suddenly come back. And when that door finally opened, nobody was prepared for who was standing on the other side. The strange thing wasn't that this person finally showed up. The strange thing was how everyone reacted. Some people looked relieved. Others looked terrified. And a few couldn't even look them in the eye. It had been...
Nobody slept after that warning. People pretended to stay calm, but fear had already found its way into every corner. Conversations became shorter. Smiles disappeared. Even the smallest sound made everyone turn their heads. The person who had finally returned sat quietly while the others watched from a distance, trying to decide whether they were a source of hope or the beginning of something much worse. The problem was simple. They knew too much. They spoke about places they had never visited before, mentioned conversations they were never supposed to hear, and described events that had happened behind closed doors. Every answer they gave only created 3 new questions. Then someone finally lost their patience. "Tell us the truth," they demanded. "Where have you been?" For a few seconds, there was only silence, the kind of silence that makes your heart beat louder in your ears. Then came the reply.
The worst part wasn't the fear anymore. It was the waiting. Minutes felt like hours as everyone tried to act normal, even though nothing about this situation was normal. Some people kept watch in silence. Others paced back and forth, desperate for a plan that didn't exist. Nobody wanted to admit it, but the returned stranger had changed everything the moment they walked in. The questions everyone had buried deep inside were finally rising to the surface. What if they had been wrong this entire time? What if the real threat wasn't something outside, but something much closer? Then it happened. A small detail that most people would have ignored suddenly caught someone's attention. A familiar sentence repeated word for word. A habit that didn't belong to the person showing it. A look that lasted just a little too long. It was enough to make the room fall silent once again. The returned stranger noticed it too. Their expression